Okay, it looks like we're live and hopefully everybody is back. I'm not getting that horrible echo. Are you out there? I don't know what went wrong, but I'm back. And it just goes to show you when you think you are so prepared and you just never know what's going to happen. I mean, I was prepared 20 minutes early and I was walking around talking to my husband saying, I'm ready. And hey, I'm ready. He's like, well, imagine that. And then we jump on and things get crazy. So, hey, Luann, I'm glad you were able to come back and find me. Looks like there's 4 people on. I'm going to go ahead and start our greeting. And then that way, if others jump on, we'll already be in gear. I don't know what happened to that other one. And then it took me forever to figure out how to shut it down. So let me just go ahead and give that greeting. So Andrea Mason from the Queen's Court, she's back. So hey, Andrea, it's good to have you with us as well. All right. So for the second time around, welcome to YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan, where you'll get tips, talk, and strategy on how to grow your YouTube channel one subscriber at a time. In today's episode of YouTube Talk, I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to know about how to go live on YouTube. Then we'll get updates on open invites and collaborations. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women how to grow their influence with YouTube. So if that sounds like something that you want to do, then hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And for the purposes of the replay, we'll get into the content on live streaming first, and then I'll answer a few questions if there are any. And then I'll give you updates on open invites and collaborations. Oh, and just an FYI, or for your information, if you missed last week's show, it was really a very important one. We talked about how to protect your YouTube channel from pirates. So if you missed that, I'm going to link it in the comment section so that you can check that out at your leisure. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for joining me. Jump into the discussion, answer questions, or leave comments in the comment section, and I will get to you as soon as possible. Yes, this old helmet, we talked about YouTube pirates last week, so I will link that show below. And when we get to the end of this show, if someone has questions about that, then we can address that as well. And if you're, like I said, if you're watching on the replay, thank you for joining me. Jump in on the discussion and leave your comments or questions in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get them answered. And for those of you who joined me live, I really appreciate you jumping on for tonight's discussion. So what you sipping on? And you know what? Our moderator is Luann. And I was trying to figure out how to do that on here, but I didn't see that. I didn't see how to do that today. So Lynn Kelly said she's finally able to comment, so that's good. And people are jumping on, so that's really good as well. So what you sipping on? Inquiring minds want to know. I got ice water. I've got ice water. I had a weigh-in this week and it was ugly. Well, it wasn't really ugly, but it wasn't as good as I would have liked. So I'm back to ice water. I had a little bit of lemonade and soda last week, so I am back to water this week. Okay. So Lori Blind's got Diet Pepsi. Andrea Mason has ginger ale. Michelle's got water. Sissy at Sister Cousins, I think her name is Sandy, because I always want to call her Sissy, but I think her name is Sandy. She's got water with lime. So we've got some interesting things going on here. And Diva said she's got ice water as well. So that's cool. So now, who's ready to circle up? Who's ready to circle up? If you are, drop me a circle up in this chat box below. If you're new here, you've stumbled onto the Sister Circle, and we are a group of like-minded women who have banded together, a global mastermind, so to speak, who have banded together to grow our YouTube channels one subscriber at a time. So what does circle up mean? That means you're ready to take action, to get it done, to stop dreaming and to start doing. So if you're here, but you're not a member of the Sister Circle, but you're ready to take action, to stop dreaming and start doing, then drop me a circle up in the comment section. So, all right. And now the video assignment for today's live stream was from the YouTube Creator Academy, and it was their tutorial on how to live stream. And the link is already in the description box, but if you have not had a chance to look at that, which you probably haven't, I do encourage you to do that. So yes, Wendy Always Busy, circle up. Lynn Kelly, author, circle up. Sandy at Sister Cousins Lifestyle, circle up. Andrea Mason, Karen Jeter, Diva, everybody, circle up. I love it. I love it. I love it. So tonight's topic was prompted by a request from one of the ladies right here on the Sister Circle. And she had questions about how to live stream. And rather than the mechanics of how to set up a live stream, she was more concerned about the strategy and the protocol related to live streaming. So I've come up with 3 things that you should know about how to go live, and I'll call them the 3 Ps. And I've got 14 people on right now. If I could get 14 thumbs up, that would just be great. That would help me out quite a bit. So like I said, I'm going to call these the 3 Ps, and I've got 3 things that I feel like you need to know. And those 3 Ps are purpose, plan, and prompts. Purpose, plan, and prompts. So let's start with purpose. You should have a purpose in mind when you live stream, because the purpose will dictate the format. For example, the purpose of this live stream is to deliver information. So because of that, I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing a lot of greeting. I'll save that toward the end. I'm not just chatting. I'm pretty much trying to stay on topic. At least I was until we had the catastrophe with the first live stream. So this particular live stream is meant to deliver information. And typically I deliver information on some YouTube strategy that we're talking about. And then I'll give you updates on open invitations and collaborations. So now let's take Miss B, Saving with Miss B. Let's take a look at her game nights. Now those were live streams where she engaged the viewers in playing games like Family Feud. And the purpose of those live streams were to engage the viewer and build community. So because of that, when new people jumped on, she would greet them. She would encourage other participants to greet them, tell a little bit about the newbie, and then maybe go back to whatever question it was, get them updated, and then go on, with the game. And so the interruptions were just part of the whole process, part of that community building process. People had a lot of fun. There was usually a lot of laughter, and many times they met up with people that they already knew from other places here on YouTube or as part of a community, or they met new people. So that live stream was to build engagement and build community. So right now, what I'm talking about is the 3 Ps for going live. Like I just decided there were 3 things you needed to know about going live. The first P was purpose. You had to have a purpose for going live. And that purpose could be to deliver information, which is the purpose of this live stream. You also needed, or the purpose could be to build community or engagement, like Miss V's Family Feud Night. How many of you guys that are on with me tonight have ever been on Miss V's Family Feud Night? If you have, just drop me a Family Feud in the comments section. If you've been on her Family Feud or her game night, just drop me a Family Feud in there. Because I was on several of them and I found them to be a lot of fun. I got to know some new people and I connected with some people that I already knew. And they were really a lot of fun. And the whole purpose behind that game night was to build engagement, build community, develop deeper connections. So Karen Jeter said she's been on Family Feud Night. Lynn Kelly says sounds like fun. And they were a lot of fun. Well, then there are those live streams where people say, let's chat. What you want to talk about? The conversation kind of meanders from here to there, and there doesn't appear to be a real purpose to the live stream. Or maybe it's a live stream and you see the title, Who's Up? And I've seen that several times, Who's Up? And it's usually like late at night and the person may be lonely, maybe they can't sleep. So they're like, well, who's up? Maybe I can find someone to talk to. These live streams also have a purpose. People are either trying to engage their audience and build community, or they're trying to increase their watch time. So if they're lonely and they just want to chat with someone, that's engaging with someone. If their usual subbies are on, then maybe they're getting to know them better. That's building community either way. So it can increase your watch time if people stick around. Now, the problem with live streams that just say, let's chat or who's up, people may not either jump on because they're thinking, well, there's not a real purpose to it. So they may not want to take the time to do it. Or they may not stay on very long because they'll see that, oh, well, there's not a real purpose to this one. So they may not choose to stay on. So that's just kind of a catch-22 when you consider doing a live stream like that. So now let me ask you guys that are on, who has gone live as of yet? Have you gone live as of yet? If you have gone live, what was your purpose? Was it to deliver information, to engage your audience and build community, or to increase your watch time? Tell me in the comment section. Now, there's no wrong answer because whatever your purpose, it was your purpose. But your purpose will tend to kind of determine your format. So if you know what your purpose is, then you can just plan accordingly. So how many of you have gone live? I know Marilyn that's out there. I know Marilyn's gone live before. Stephanie said she went live the other day, and I know this has been a challenge for you, Stephanie, wanting to go live and be in front of the camera more. So it sounds like you're meeting your goal if you went live the other day. So good, good. Who else has gone live? Rocky Mountain Gardens, Mary, have you gone live? I'm thinking that you have for some reason. But okay. But like I said, there's no right or wrong answer in regards to why you go live. It's just, you just need to know what that answer is. So that takes us to P number 2, which is plan. You should have a plan for your live streams. So Sandy at Sister Cousin said she went live to share information about Walmart deals. Oh, Mary said she's not gone live. She's a chicken. And My Style said she's not gone live yet because she's trying to meet the requirements. So, or she's just met the requirements, so she'll go live soon. Okay, well, cool beans to that. Well, when you do go live, you should have a plan. Regardless of what your purpose is, you should have a plan for the live stream. Now, Stephen's Party of Two is asking, can you go live on your phone? Yes, you can. You can go live on mobile devices if you have 1,000 or more subscribers. So YouTube made that change about, not quite a year ago, that if you didn't have 1,000 or more subscribers, you could not go live on a mobile device. But if you do have more than 1,000 subscribers, then you can go live on your phone. Now, why do you need a plan? Well, a plan can help you set the flow. If you're delivering information, you need a plan. You need an outline of what you're going to deliver, how you're going to deliver it, about how long you think it's going to take. So yes, you need a plan. And then what do you need to execute the plan? What questions will you ask? Those are all things that you need to have planned ahead of time when you're going live to deliver information. If you're going live to engage your viewers and build community, how are you going to do that? So again, you need to have a plan. So are you going to ask questions? Are you going to make a challenging statement or some statement that's like really out there to get people engaged in conversation? Are you going to offer some kind of incentive or reward for participation in comments? How are you going to engage them, and what questions are you going to ask? Now, Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie says she has a plan to go live in February for a Black History game night. And she would like to have people drop in. So you're going to want to make sure you get your notifications out, and that will be helpful. And that's one of the bonus tips that I'll give later on. So remind me, Luann, about the bonus tip regarding notifications, because I almost forgot to put that in my notes. And as you guys know, I always have notes when I'm live, period. So I always have a plan. Now, if it's to increase your watch time, so remember, you can go live to deliver information, to create community and build engagement, or to increase your watch time. Well, how are you going to keep people on? What are you going to do to keep their attention? And how long do you hope to engage them? So you still have got to have a plan. So you just need to put some thought into it before you hit that go live button. So Luann says she hasn't had the courage to go live yet. Well, sometimes it takes a little bit, but it's coming. Now, the first P was purpose. Know your purpose for going live. The second P was plan. Have a plan for going live. Now, the third P, and the third thing you need to know about going live, is that you should have props. Yes, because many times when you go live, it's a talking head situation, like right here. Like I'm sitting right here. Luann, if you want to capture that question from Rucker regarding going live and no one drops in, so that I make sure that I get back to that. I don't want to interrupt the stream right now or answer it, but if you could capture it for me so that I can make sure to address that when we get done with the content that I need to deliver. All right, so again, the third P then is props, and using props will help your live stream because it will engage your audience. And I've got a few prompts here. I'll show you that in a little bit. But it will encourage people to keep watching longer, because if you think about it, when you're just looking at me, I'm a talking head. I'm just chatting. Somebody said it was almost like getting the announcements at church. I'm like, oh, Lord Jesus, is it that bad? Because, of course, we don't want it to be boring. You want people to be engaged in what it is that you're doing. So one of the things that you should do when you're going live is have a set of questions planned ahead to ask, and then maybe have some props that go along with whatever your content is so that you can keep people's attention. Just something a little bit different from what you're looking at right now. So let's talk about props. When I did my live stream on how to do an inventory of your fridge, your pantry, and your freezer, and hopefully you guys all saw that, I had several things for the viewers to look at. I took food from my freezer and put it on my kitchen counter, brought the baskets out, brought out my inventory worksheet, held it up, showed the inventory worksheet, on the camera, and then sat there and actually counted the food and marked things on the worksheet. Now, that was pretty low tech, but it was something different from me just sitting there at the kitchen table and talking. So there was that. So you actually got to see my process rather than just hear me tell about it. There's that old saying, show, don't tell. So I was able to show you at that particular time. When I did the live stream on how to make a meal plan, I showed a meal plan worksheet that I use, and that one pretty much could have been a talking head video, and it was. So then I would show the worksheet. I would write down a couple things. I would tell a little bit about the protein sources. Then I would show the worksheet again, just to interrupt that talking head flow. So there's that to think about. The other thing was I watched Joan Brody on her live stream the other day. And it was very interesting. It was mostly a chat section. And she was talking quite a bit about, let's see.
These can shorten your toll by 40.
The name of her chat was, Hey Y'all, Let's Chat Live. Now she's had over 688 people on a live stream. Now that's pretty darn good. So now what did she do to be able to do that? And just to try to give you a little bit of a show and tell, this is her channel. This is Joan Brody. And she had 688 people on her live stream. But one of the things that she was doing was talking about Valentine's Day decor, and she had Valentine's Day decor to show off. And she had some really pretty plates, some in red, and I think the others were either in pink or in white. But then she peppered her discussion with how to use those plates. So one of the things she would do was she would show the plates and talk about how cute they were, that kind of thing. And then she would talk about what you can do with them and preparing a nice romantic dinner for you and your boo. And then what might happen or might not happen, depending upon what was what, that you might not have to cook dinner. I mean, it was hilarious, and she was very, very energetic. She wasn't talking with a little monotone or anything like that, but she was really hyper, really energetic. So that's what you want to consider. So again, her live stream just said, hey y'all, let's chat live. Oh, and she streamed 58 minutes ago. So this was one of her newer ones, but there was one that's not the one that I was on. But regardless, she got quite a few people on and kept them engaged. So those are some things that you want to think about. How do you plan to engage them? And the props don't have to be high tech. Low tech works just fine. Like I just showed you that little coffee mug. I showed you how I used my worksheets, and even just doing something as simple as this and bringing it up to the camera so that you can see something on my iPad screen. That's a prop. It's low tech, but it works. When I talked about in my other live stream, when I talked about how to change your towels, like how often to change your towels, and that one generated a lot of very interesting conversation, how often to change your bath towels, like if you could use them once, twice, 3 times, whatever. It was very interesting, but I brought in a stack of bath towels and I had those as part of my show and tell. I balled up a towel and showed you what a towel that had been balled up and was wet and damp from the shower, how it might grow bacteria, that kind of thing. That was a prop. Low tech, but it was a prop. But again, it just kind of broke up me sitting there, yada, 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 yada. And then I was on a live stream with Sean Cannell last week. He had an index card. I was really surprised because, you know, he's usually pretty high tech, but he held up an index card like that and had written some things on the card. And we read the things off the card and he talked about things from that perspective. It was like an acronym that he had put on the card and it was very effective. So think about it. Props don't have to be high tech. And like for me, I would love to be able to share my screen and then have all kind of little graphics over here and all that kind of thing. I don't know how to do that. I have a new camera. This is my new camera. It is a Logitech 920 Pro HD webcam. And so that's how I'm able to do the live stream here. But I haven't learned some of the different nuances associated with it. So I don't know how to share screens. That was my goal for January 2020, that I would know how to share screens. But I haven't learned how to do that yet. So low tech is the only way that I can go. But you notice that was a prop. Okay. But again, these things just break up the monotony of a talking head. It increases engagement because it gets the eye to kind of look, you know, from here to there, that kind of thing. So that's what it is. And you know, Luann, we're definitely going to have to get that moderator thing going, because I think we got a couple trolls on with us tonight. And I don't know how to get them off. So, all right. So we'll just ignore them. So there's that. And then, so now here's a bonus contact. I'm clicking on your name, but I'm not seeing that on this screen. I think it's the way that it's set up here. On my other, on my iPad, I could see all of that pretty easily. And maybe I just haven't found it yet, but I will. I will try to find that. But anyway, so, but now as far as the prompts, though, but if you could just kind of keep the questions, I'll come to those later. And now as far as the size of the prompts, no, like this prompt is this size. This prompt, here's a prompt. Here's a prompt that I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. And it can even be something as small as this. And I was looking for something with the Go Red on it to kind of talk about that. So now you can have your prompts there. Okay, so now the bonus tip, though, so I gave you the 3 tips. Tip number 1 was to have a purpose for your live stream. Tip number 2 was to plan your live stream. And tip number 3 was to use prompts during your live stream to create engagement. So again, as a recap, tip number 1 was to have a purpose, and that purpose could be to deliver information. It could be to build community and create engagement, or it could be to increase watch time. However, if that purpose is to increase watch time, let me just say, you do not want to be one of those people who set up a live stream and then leave the screen. That you definitely don't want to do. That's a big no-no. You don't leave the screen when you're live. And YouTube has a way of kind of sorting that out. So just keep that in mind. And then the last P was prompts, which was use prompts to keep people engaged. And then a bonus tip is to aim for evergreen content. And here's why. Ask yourself, when you see a live stream, how often do you go back and watch that live stream from start to finish? Let me see comments in the comment section below. If you watch a live stream, how often do you go back to the live stream and watch it from start to finish? Especially if the live stream was 40 minutes or an hour, or like some of our live streams are 2 hours. So sometimes I'll go in and I'll date stamp it or time stamp it so that people can see where certain topics occurred. But most people are not going to sift through a 2-hour live stream or a 45-minute live stream or a live stream that just says, let's chat. If the chat's already over, you're probably not going to go back and take a look at it. Now, myself, if I'm kind of scrolling around and I see Joan pops up, let's chat, I'm on live, I might jump on just because I know Joan and I think she's really funny. So I might just kind of jump on and listen to her. But if she's already done the live stream, I'm probably not going to jump on, because for me, part of the fun is being able to engage in the conversation. So when I say think about the replay value, then that could kind of help you determine how you do your live streams. Like for this one, for example, I'm going to go through and tweak some things at the beginning so that I can, cut out, if I can figure out how to edit it on the YouTube creator, so that when people come back on to look at it, they're not disrupted by a lot of miscellaneous chatter or something like that. So that's my plan. Now, whether or not I can get that accomplished remains to be seen. I've been able to trim things a little bit from the front and from the end, but yeah, so that's something to think about. So aim for evergreen content. So for example, evergreen content is content that will be useful and searched today, tomorrow, and next week. So when I thought of to do this topic, 3 tips for going live, that's an evergreen topic, because people will be, excuse me, people will be searching for that content for the next couple of years. So that's something to think about. I think I'm missing some chat over there. You guys are talking about a craft room tour and replay and all that good stuff, and I'm missing all out on that. But I got to stay focused, because you guys know I'll get into the chat and then I don't get our business taken care of. So there. So, and again, keep in mind that live streaming is a quick way to get content on your channel. Now, that's another really good reason to go live. You can get content up pretty quickly. Like tonight, when I'm done, it's done. The YouTube studio has already edited it. It's uploaded. All I have to do was go in and put in the keywords, which I had to, since I had to, redo this or reboot this live stream, I'm going to have to go back in and put in the keywords and the description and all of that. But usually, once you're done, it's done. Now, I usually have to go back and put in the description box, the updates on the collabs and open invites. But, once I've done that, I'm done. Whereas with a video, you have to edit it, and then upload it and do all of that. But live stream, once you're done, you're done. So you can get content up pretty quickly. And you can also be very timely with the topic with a live stream. So just like when they had all that discussion going on around COPPA, those people that did a live stream were able to get out in front of that information. So that's really pretty good. Now, something else that I've learned about how to do a live stream. If you set up the live stream on your mobile device, and typically when I'm doing live stream on my TNT channel, I live stream with my iPad. This one up here is still fairly new, which is why probably I had a little struggle with it. But with this one, there's some things that I don't see on the page. So what I might do, like now, if I set up the live stream here, what I'll do is I'll set up the live stream here, and then I'll go into YouTube Studio here on the desktop, and I'm able to add in my tags and my description and all that kind of thing. So that's something to think about. So remember, though, that you definitely want to optimize your live stream. So if you don't get it done when you first set it up, you definitely want to go in and optimize it afterwards. So I'm encouraging all of you guys to make a plan to go live in the next few weeks. So just kind of try to do that. It would be, it could be really, really pretty nice. And like I said, it's a way to get your content up right away. It's a way to engage in your audience, to get a deeper connection with the people that you're talking to. So certainly think about doing that. And then here's another thing that's really important to know. When you go live, YouTube will push your live stream out. It'll push it out, even say before some videos, because they're encouraging people to go live. So you'll get people that jump on your live stream that normally you never even see, because your live stream will go out to the public and everyone will see it. And so some people will jump on just because you're live. So going live is pretty good strategy. And Nick Nimmons and Dusty Parker have videos which walk you through how to set up your live stream, as does the YouTube Creator Academy. So if you have not gone live just yet, it's really easy to do. And they have a way to show you how to do it. So now Michelle says her goal is to go live February 1st for her craft room tour. Okay, Michelle, I'll be looking forward to seeing that. And let's see, I'm not sure what some of these others are about. Let's see. But yeah, so I guess a few other of you are thinking about maybe going live, but are just a little bit nervous about it. Now, one of the questions that came up was, what do you do if you go live and no one shows up? Keep talking. As a matter of fact, if no one shows up, it can be very, very freeing. I know when I first wanted to go live, and I had to deliver information. Like Sean Cannell wanted our group to go live and deliver evergreen information. And, I'm used to having like a bunch of notes and that kind of thing out when I'm talking, that kind of thing. And I felt like if I'm live streaming, that I shouldn't have any notes in front of me. I should be able to just talk it, just let it roll out. Well, I realize now that's ridiculous. If you're going live, you need to have that plan, that kind of thing. But I felt that I needed to be able to just say it. So I was very, very nervous when I first started to go live. But it really worked out just fine. But I'm really glad, though, that we did have to have that practice, because now I'm pretty comfortable going live. But it took a lot of practice. Each live stream before today, Mary, was practice for today. So like earlier today when we jumped on and the live stream goofed up, I said, okay, I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to jump off and set up a new stream. And here we are. You know, that's just what you do. It didn't rattle me too much. Otherwise, it might have. So yeah. So think about going live. Think about going live with a purpose, with a plan, and then also using props. So do take a look at the tutorial that I popped in for our discussion video assignment this week. Okay. So now, what questions do you guys have about going live? That was the thing that I wanted to talk about, more so than the mechanics of setting it up. And and I did put some resources. Well, they were in the other description box. I'll have to put them in again. But there were 4 videos that I found that talks about how to go live. Nick Nimmons had a really good one about how to go live using the OBS software. And then Dusty Parker has a really good one that tells you how to go live with YouTube Studio, the way things are set up. So I see that Aisha has joined us, and Rucker has joined us. So just as a recap, the 3 tips that I gave on how to go live was, 1, go live with a purpose. And that purpose can either be to deliver information, to engage your audience and build community, or to increase your watch time. It doesn't matter what the purpose is. You just need to know what the purpose is, because that's going to determine the format that you choose, you know, to deliver your information. And my purpose tonight is to deliver information. So I'm not engaging in a lot of chat right now. But once the information is delivered and it's just about done, then I can do that at that time. And when we ask why go live, well, it can deepen your connection with your audience. It can build your influence on YouTube. It just kind of helps build your authority. So that's reasons to go live. So other questions? Do you guys have any questions about and Coffee Breaks with Bree? Hi, Bree. It is so good to have you with us tonight as well. I hope you heard the recap. In case you didn't, I'll give it again real quick. But there's 3 reasons. Well, there are 3 P's for going live. The first P is purpose. The second one is purpose, plan, and props. So go live with a purpose, be it to create community and engage, to deliver information, or to increase your watch time. And then have a plan as to how you're going to do either of the 3. If you're going to deliver information, you need to have an outline and notes and all that kind of thing. If you're trying to engage your audience and build community, you need to have questions for them. And if you're just trying to increase your watch time, then you need to figure out how you're going to keep people on watching. And I did give some examples of how to go about doing that. And then also the video assignment is from the YouTube Creator Academy. It's about how to go live, and it is in, well, it's not in the description box. I'll put all those notes back into the description box tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. So I'll get those things back in there. Oh, Lori Bly, Coffee Breaks with Bree is your daughter? Well, how nice. I know you are probably very proud of her. How cool. How cool. It's always nice to have your daughter on. And I tell you what, sometimes it's just so neat. You know, you can just be so proud of the accomplishments that they have. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, okay, so there's that. All right, so now, unless you guys have some other questions about how to live stream, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the collabs and challenges that we have for today. Okay. All right. So any questions? Not seeing any. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I guess this is kind of like church. Are there any questions? Well, no questions. We're going to go ahead and move on to the second point. Yeah, that is too funny. All right. So now I know a couple of you are talking about a couple of times you plan to go live. You know, one of the things that I meant to do, and I did mark it down for notification, is to make sure you send out your notification in plenty of time for people to get it. I know I used to really be bad when I used to do the live streams on the TNT. I would send them out an hour or 4 hours ahead of time because people knew 7:45 Sunday night I was coming on. Whether I sent out a notification or not, they knew I was going to be there. But when you are just getting started, if you can send that live stream out first thing that morning for live stream that evening, do so, because you want people to get time enough to get the notification, click that notification bell, or mark it on their planner or their calendar so that, you know, they can jump on. So make sure you do that. So now that I'm in a new location with YouTube Talk, I make sure to try to send those out at least by 2 o'clock so that you guys have several hours to plan. Even though, you know, 7:45 Sunday evening, I'm going to be here. So there's that. Okay. Let's see. All right, so let's talk about open invites and collabs. And I will start with the newest ones that I've got, and then I'll go down the list in chronological order. So if I don't have your collaboration, let me know. And I only go up to like for 30 days out. So right now I only go up to the February 19th, except that I do have one on February 22nd, because when we come back, this one will have already, like, we will have passed the date to pop this one in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But as far as some of the new challenges that just came up, one of them is by Crafty Kitty, and she issued an open invite, and it is to the Use Your Stash Challenge, and it is co-hosted by Thelma Hall and Cecla V. Dawn. And this one is quite interesting because it is a no spin challenge. Now, I see you ladies are meeting some new ladies over here on the other end, on the other side. That is great. That is what we want you to do because, as you know, Lori, we are here to kind of build community, to build engagement between the ladies here, and then we want to support one another. So that's what we do here. We support one another. So good that you guys did that. All right. So first collaboration is the no spin collaboration with Crafty Kitty. And she wants you to use something that is already in your craft room to create some kind of a DIY. It could be home decor. It could be something for Valentine's Day. It can be whatever, but something that's DIY, but it's no spin. If you run out of glue or tape, you can go out and buy that, because, you know, those are things kind of disposable things that you're always using up. But paper or other supplies, no, it's a no spin challenge. And she wants you to title your video, Use Your Stash, hosted by Crafty Kitty. So I Style My Style says, how can you notify if you don't have a community channel just yet? Well, notify just regular. So now I Style My Style, let's say you have a desktop, and so you're going to go live with your desktop, because if you don't have a community channel yet, you can't go live with your mobile, but you can go live with a desktop. So once you create that, once you create the live stream, once you get it set up, and then you put it into the live stream system, YouTube will automatically push that out and notify and send out the notification. So I guess what I meant when I said to send out the notification is that prepare the live stream early enough so that the notification will go out. If you wait until, let's say if my live stream's coming on at 7:45 and I wait till 7 o'clock before I start making my thumbnail and putting the information in, then you won't get it in time. Now, if you've got a community tab, once you get it set up, then you can go to your community tab and you can make a little post in there. And that's what I've been doing for these live streams, because I don't have a community tab on YouTube Talk. And I can't live stream from my iPad. So I'm having to learn to use a different system. So I can use my community tab on my TNT channel and post the link there. So that's what I've been doing. And looks like Janae Whitney just jumped on. So hey, Janae, it is good to have you with us as well. All right. So one of the new ones, which we didn't have last week, was the Crafty Kitty Use Your Stash collaboration. Another one is by the One Box Challenge. And now people asked about this one last week. They wanted to know if Rachel at Sweet and Simple Home was having her challenge, and she just announced it, and she wants you guys to upload on January 31st, 6 a.m. PST. And here's the thing. She's going to put the link to the playlist in her community tab. So a lot of people are starting to use their community tab to post this kind of information. One of the reasons for that is because it doesn't affect their metrics. For example, if you post a video, and let's say you're used to getting maybe 1,000 views on a video. Well, if you post a video about the playlist, that's not going to get very many views. So it's going to bring your metrics down. So people are starting to put that information on their community tab if they have one. So there's the thing. And hey, Janae, kind of just talk to the people you normally talk to here. We got some people here today that are interesting. So I'll just say that. So just kind of take that with a grain of salt. All right. And so, so there's that. And then, and with her One Box Challenge, as you know, you fill up one box with things that no longer serve you, that you want to donate, discard, or sell, that kind of thing. And then Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life is hosting her Clean Craft Room Challenge. And what she wants you to do is clean your craft room. And then she's going to post a new video every week. And so there'll be 4 videos for the month, and you can jump in anytime. So let's say this is the second week of the month, but you haven't done one yet. You can jump in this week and then let her know, and then she'll get them posted in the playlist. And Michelle is on with us too. So if you have a question about that, you can leave it here in the chat box and she'll respond to you. But it's a good way to get that craft room organized. I know mine needs a lot of work, but I don't know if I'll be getting to it this month. All right. And then the other new invite that I have, well, 2 new ones. One of them was by Heidi Sonbo. Where did I put that? I'm not seeing it on my list right now, but I had it. Well, I'll come to it. But the Clean Craft Room Challenge by Michelle, got that one. And then the Secondhand Tracy Ann is hosting a Valentine's Day challenge, and this one is really cute. It is called You Auto Be My Valentine, and auto is auto like a car or like an automobile. And she wants you to create a Valentine's Day vignette that will include a galvanized red truck that she got from Hobby Lobby, and I'll bet it's like this. I got this little red truck from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago, and I am so glad that I did. I've used it a couple of different times. It's just cute. I used it at Thanksgiving. I used it at Christmas. So I'm just glad we've got it. So there's that. Hey, did you guys notice I put up a prop? Because if you think about it, like right now, when I'm giving the information about these collabs, they could be kind of boring. You guys can start to zone out. So I have a prop. Now, I don't remember how much I paid for this. I'm thinking it's somewhere between $15 and $20, but I did get it at one of their 40% off sales. And then other Valentine's Day prop could be something as simple as this. I got this at Target. I bought 2 of these and I set up a Valentine's coffee bar a couple of years ago, and they just say love. And I think they have them again now. And then there were some little red plates, kind of like melamine plates that goes with it that says love on them. They had little crinkly edges, and I've got those too, but I'm not sure where those are. Oh, Tracy, hey, you're here. I was just talking about your collaboration, and I was showing my little red truck. I was showing my prop tonight, and yes, here's my little red truck, and Tracy wants you to have a little red truck in your collaboration. So it's like you auto be my Valentine. So it's a Valentine's Day vignette. And let's see, what else did she say about that? So she's on with us. So Tracy, if you had anything you need to add, you can jump in and you can do that. But the challenge is to inspire everyone to get their homes decorated for Valentine's Day. And so your vignette must be on a tray, must have the red truck. You must have something with hearts on it. So I could like put this in the truck or on it or something like that. So there's that. And then you would upload it on Valentine's Day, which is February 14th. And yes, Janae, this trunk I use for Christmas. I can use it for Valentine's Day. I even use it for Thanksgiving. Just depends on what you put in it. I can even use it for 4th of July. So yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with that thing. So there's that. So now let's go in chronological order. I gave the newest ones that I have. And so now I'm going to give you the ones that we talked about last week. And then if I'm missing any, let me know. So January 21st, which is Tuesday, is my challenge. And it is the Moonlight Clean With Me Winter 2020. And all you have to do is clean something in your kitchen, because remember this year, I'm focusing on the kitchen, all things kitchen. So you just have to clean something in your kitchen. It could be your counter. It could be, you can wash dishes. You could clean your fridge, your microwave, whatever. As long as it's in your kitchen, you can show us how you get your clean on by cleaning it. So there's that. And the video upload time is 7 p.m. Eastern. So I hope that you guys will jump in on that. And like I said, you can choose to clean an appliance, your pantry, wash your dishes, show us something about that, whatever, but it's a clean with me. And then all the usual things apply. Mention my channel and playlist in your description box. And I will get that playlist up tomorrow. And I'll probably put it, I'll try to have my video up tomorrow. And I'll put the playlist up tomorrow on my community tab. But then on the 21st, when my video goes live, I'll take it off the community tab and put it in my video so that you guys can get it in there that way. On January 22nd is the Look for Less with Yami at the Latina Next Door. And her co-host this time is Natalie Designs to the Nines. And you know what to do with that one. You're supposed to find an item that you like, that's a high dollar item that you really don't think you can afford, and that so you create something that costs less, and then you show the item that you wanted to buy but didn't. You show how you created your particular project and then how much money you spent, that kind of thing. So there's that one. On January 24th is the Diamonds and Pearls collaboration with me, myself, and I'm DIYing it, which is Tammy. And she has a co-host, but I think it's Tennessee Kim, but I'm not sure who that co-host is. You'll need to take a look at Tammy's video to check that out. On January 25th is one of the big ones. This is the DIY and Decor Challenge hosted by the DIY Mommy. Now, what she does is she only posts her challenges on her community tab. She will post the link to the playlist on her community tab. She will get 100 or more people jumping in this collaboration. And what she wants you to do is create a new video related to organization, something that you're organizing in your home. So you'll get a lot of new eyeballs on your channel if you participate in this one. On January 25th, there is also, so that's when the Crafty Kitty one is to be uploaded. And that is her Use Your Stash. And you upload it on January 25th at noon. January 27th is the Girls Can Use Power Tools with Natalie at Design to the Nines and Katie from Handy Mom. And again, you just use a power tool in doing something. It can be whatever. I don't use power tools very often, so it's not something that I'm likely to jump in on. But if you're handy like that, then show off your stuff. And then on January 28th is Tablescape Tuesday, hosted by Creative Homescaping, which is Pam. And she's going to host this collaboration herself for January, but she's looking for people who would like to co-host the Tablescape Tuesday with her for the rest of the months throughout the year. So if you are interested, then just send her an email and let her know. And then she's also going to come up with another collaboration, which is really interesting. And I forgot to put it on here. Let's see. Let me find it real quick in my email. Because okay, let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, okay. So hang on a second. So let's see. Pam at Creative Homescaping. Because she wanted me to announce it tonight. She asked if I would. And then I almost forgot to do it. Okay. Her challenge is called the Just Do It Challenge. And what she's going to be doing, it's going to be a weekly deorganizing and cluttering challenge. And don't we all need to deorganize and declutter? So a weekly organizing and decluttering challenge. And she's going to put her invite video up this week. And what she wants you to do is that, again, just organize or declutter in a particular area. And she may give you some guidelines on what area to work in. So look for that video. So look for that video. Okay. So there was that. And then on January 30th is Artsy Cupcakes Challenge Winter 2020. And as you know, with Artsy Cupcakes, she wants you to create a cupcake display. So it could either be a cupcake stand. It could be like the Cupcake Wars, where you kind of get a really pretty, decorate a really pretty cupcake. You can use cupcakes to decorate an area, whatever. But it's the Artsy Cupcake Challenge, the winter edition. And that goes up on January 30th. She didn't give me a time. Oh, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And as I said earlier, Rachel's One Box Challenge with Sweet and Simple Home is for January 31st at 6 a.m. PST. And then February 1st, now we're into February, and the February 1st one is the Sweets for Your Sweetie. And this one is hosted by Secondhand Tracy Ann and Viology. So they're working together. So I guess Viology is the host and Tracy Ann and Tennessee Kim are the co-hosts. So that sounds like a lot of fun. And they want you to bake some kind of a sweet and share the recipe. And the video upload date is Saturday, February 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There is another one on February 1st, and this is the Under the Counter organization. And this one is hosted by Therapeutic Designs by Deborah. And I don't think I mentioned this one last week. So I'm going to give you the details on it, but she wants you to join her in organizing a section in your home that is located under the counter, under the kitchen sink, under the bathroom sink. It could be maybe your pots and pan counter or under your pots and pans cabinet or something like that. So, but she wants you to leave a tip for organization that could help everyone. So that, yeah, Lori, that does sound like fun too. And this one is uploaded on February 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then there is another one on February 1st. So we've got three that kind of start on February. And this one is hosted by Marilyn at Fabulous Designs on a Budget and Sandy of Sisters Cousins Lifestyle. And what they want us to do is really think about getting ourselves healthier and getting onto a better lifestyle, just like really getting on track. So there's going to be 4 months of participation, 4 videos, 1 a month, each on the 1st of the month. So February 1st, March 1st, April 1st, and then May 1st. On February 1st is going to be where you upload the first video, and it's called Healthy Lifestyle Commitment, where you will commit. You show the video, you show where you are now, how much you weigh, maybe measurements or whatever. And then you tell what you're going to do to try to get healthy or to lose weight or whatever. And then you work that process. And then on March 1st, you let us know your progress. So there's quite a few things associated with that. But at the end of the 90 days, those that participated and uploaded all 4 videos will have their names into a drawing for a giveaway. So giveaways are always fun. On February 2nd, is Sweet, Sexy, Sassy Valentine's Gift Basket Challenge. And this one is hosted by Janae Whitney. And Janae is on with us. So if you have a question about it, you guys can jump in and ask her because she's on with us right there. But you're going to create either a sweet, sexy, or sassy Valentine's theme for your basket theme for your sweetie. And then February 2nd is the Valentine's themed coffee bar challenge hosted by Suye at My Style, My Colors and Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime. And I think I participated in that one last week. I put in a sweet little, like a little tiny paperback book that I got at a thrift shop for like $1 and had a little mouse on it. I'm hoping I can find it. I'd like to use that again this year because it was so cute. So Janae says the upload time for that Sweet, Sexy, and Sassy Valentine is 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll mark that down real quick. And she's going to have her invite video out tonight or tomorrow. February 6th is the One Pot Meal Challenge with Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. And this one's co-hosted by Wani at Wani's house. And you know, Stephanie has done this challenge before. And I know I was in it last year and many other people were as well. And you just make a meal with one pot. So it can be an Instant Pot. It could be a crock pot. It could be a slow cooker, whatever, but you cook everything in one pot. So I used a Crofton brazier last year and it was a lot of fun. So there's that. And then, and I don't know if I mentioned this last week or not, but I want to make sure that I mention it tonight, is that Stephanie also created a new series called A Better Me, where she's trying to do different things to keep herself and get herself healthier. And then she's sharing those on her channel. So if you have not been to her channel to see her new series, please show a sister some love and check it out. And then on February 8th is Dinner for Two with Biology, and it's co-hosted by Tennessee Kim and Tammy Thompson, TVMG. And they want you to create a tablescape for two, cook and plate your food, and video upload date is February 8th. So that should be very interesting. So again, you're kind of getting things ready for Valentine's Day. And then February 9th is Diva's Show Some Love Collab 2020. And Diva is Kimberly Davis at Diva Designing on a Dime. She hosts this collaboration every year where you create a tablescape for Valentine's Day, but then you also share something that either like something about someone you love or something like that. I don't see that. But she always has a little twist where you're asked to share something. So be sure and check out her video to get that information. And then February 14th is Secondhand Tracy Yams, You Ought to Be Mine. And I've already mentioned that one. And then I've got one on February 22nd, which is the Spring Lantern collaboration hosted by Kenya's Decor Corner. You guys know how Kenya loves lanterns. And so you'll use a lantern in some way to decorate your home. And since Valentine's Day will be over, it'll just be whatever is seasonal for the month of February. So there's that. So those are all of the challenges and collaborations that I have for you guys. So, hey, got that done. So now let me just say that you guys will need to go and look at the videos to get all of the information. So you do want to do your due diligence by doing that. That way you've got accurate information. Have I missed any? Do you guys know if I missed any? Have I missed any challenges? Let me know. I'm trying to see if I have. All right, so look like we got them all on there. So we already got our YouTube strategy in, which is good. We got that talked about first. And for those of you that came on late, let me just give you a quick recap because I know you'll want to hear this. When you go live, you want to go live with the 3 Ps: purpose, plan, and props. So have a purpose, and that purpose could be to deliver information, to create community or build engagement, or to increase your watch time. But if you're using it to increase your watch time, don't leave the screen. So you've got your Mardi Gras on the 25th, Stephanie, and I'll have that down, but that's February 25th. So I'll have that on the next show. Because by then, okay. Mardi Gras on the 25th. Got that down. Any other ones that I've mentioned that I've missed? And then Diva says her collabs can be found on her community tab. And a lot of people are doing that too. That makes a lot of sense to do that. And Stephanie's got hers on her community tab as well. Okay. Well, I think that about covers it then. I think my hubby must be hungry. I see he's. I guess I'm going to have to feed him. Is the DIY Mommy collab on the 25th? Yes, it's on the 25th. And if you miss it, she will not let you in late. So yes, it's on the 25th. So if you plan to get in on it, then get in on it. That's a good one to get in on. And let me just tell you, you guys just saw him poke his head in here, right? And ask, and I said, are you hungry? And he said, could you hear my stomach growling? So I made roasted chicken with root vegetables for dinner. So I found this recipe in this really nice cookbook that I've got. What? No, I'll be down in just a minute. So yes, Janae, let me finish my story. So I made this, like I said, this roasted chicken with root vegetables. Thawed the chicken out, took me forever to cook it, and the whole peeled all the vegetables, yada, yada, yada. And this was earlier. And just before I got ready to come on, actually, and I was going to have him carve the chicken. And he's like, well, isn't that a rotisserie chicken? I'm like, didn't you just see all this work I put to make this chicken? I says, no, it's not a rotisserie chicken. So, no, Janae, that's okay. I didn't go over this particular point, but is it beneficial to go live, even if you only have a small amount of subscribers? Yes, Janae, it is beneficial, but you can only go live if you got less than 1,000 subscribers. If you go live with a desktop, you can't go live with your mobile apps. So that's something to keep in mind. But yes, it is beneficial because it still increases your influence. You can build engagement. So there's lots of things you can do. Now, Janae, I don't remember what your channel is about, but if you do go live, think about something that can kind of get people coming to talk to you. So, like how I got to going live talking about YouTube strategy, I do not know, because you guys know that is not what I planned to do when I started my channel. Somehow or another, it just grew. So anyway, so there's that. So yeah, any other quick questions? Because I got to go feed the man. All right, well then if not, then let me just thank all of you guys for jumping on with me tonight and for coming back, because when that first live stream went kaput, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what? I kept getting this rebound and this echo, and then I couldn't get any video. It was just crazy. So I had to start over, and then people were able to jump on. So thank you guys for coming back. I appreciate it. There's 23 of you guys on. If I could get 23 thumbs up, that would be great. And that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye.